This video shows you my audio monitoring setup and how it works. My monitoring system consists of a Neumann KH80 DSP set coupled with a Dynaudio Sub 300 subwoofer.
Nice.
An alternative stereo set of Visonic David speakers driven by a Sony amplifier and a mono amplified synth-data speaker. Last, there is a connection for my headphones. Initially, switching between systems was done through an analog Nevian Vikings 16x16 stereo matrix router. Switching was smooth, but the difference in sound between the speaker systems was not to my likes. Internet offers some tools to resolve this, like REW, the Room Equalization Wizard, and Mini DSP, a 2-in 4-out digital sound processor with a sophisticated little hardware box. This combination offered modest 5-band parametric EQ, low cut, phase invert and levels on each channel, and the possibility of switching between the main monitor system and the mono speaker. Inspired by the result with this combination, I dug deeper into DSP controllers on the internet and found brands like Silica and Behringer, to name a few. However, these systems are rather pricey or not exactly fit to my preferences. Then my eye fell on the BIAMP NEXIA, an older system completely software configurable in Windows. Communication between the computer and the NEXIA system is done through standard IP network connection. NEXIA comes in several versions. Check the BIAMP site for your choice. I use the SP version. It has 4 inputs and 8 outputs and is dedicated to loudspeaker distribution. From routing, EQ, up to 60-band parametric, high-low cut filters, crossovers, compressors, metering, etc. Everything is available in a way that fits your needs. However, a bit outdated and mostly known in the corporate presentation market, a pleasant thing about this equipment is the pricing on the occasion market. There are 2 software programs and its firmware is still available on the BIAMP site. The NEXIA software is used to configure a system tailored to your preferences. After configuration, the software is connected and uploaded to the NEXIA system and ready for use with the same NEXIA software. An additional program called DaVinci offers you the possibility to make a user interface completely designed as you please. Time to start making the main configuration for the system. From the audio router, 2 stereo pairs enter the 4 inputs of the NEXIA. The outputs will be Neumann KH80 DSP, 2 outputs 1 and 2, the Visonic David speakers to output 3 and 4, headphones output 5 and 6, 7 for the subwoofer and 8 for the mono speaker. At the analog 4-input section, gain, mute, phase and level can be set. From here, the signal will convert to digital. Next are the 4 channels of level control with mute function.
This week, the undisputed king of bebop trumpeting. Trumpet, Piles Hussein. Wait, Piles.
I have 2 separate stereo paths coming from the audio router, fed into the NEXIA. One stereo pair is coming from a volume control, the other comes directly from the source through the router. Outputs 5 and 6 for the headphones volume are controlled separately in the headphones amp. Attached to the level control is a 4-meter section with peak hold. Internally in NEXIA I have added a tone generator with its own peak meter. Following, the signals are fed into a matrix mixer where the signal is routed for the different processing lines and outputs. Input 1 and 2 of the NEXIA matrix go to the output 1 and 3 for left channel, 2 and 4 for the right channel of the Neumanns and the Visonic speakers. Output 7 and 8, sub and mono, have both signals left and right. Input 3 and 4 of the matrix go to output 5 and 6 for the headphones. So after the matrix we have 8 separate channels of audio. 1 and 2 Neumann, 3 and 4 Visonic, 5 and 6 headphones, 7 sub and 8 mono. Processing of channel 1 and 2 starts with a low-cut filter with several slope styles. Then 2 16-band parametric EQs and finally a delay to synchronize the Neumanns with the subwoofer. Processing of channel 3 and 4 is done with a low-cut filter and a 16-band parametric EQ. For the headphones, channel 5 and 6, no processing is required. Channel 7, the subwoofer channel, starts with high and low-cut filters, followed by a parametric EQ. As for channel 8, it has a low-cut filter and the parametric EQ. After the processing, there is another level mute block for all of the 8 channels, monitored by 8 peak program meters. To output the audio, it is converted back to analog. Finally, the 8 outputs have level, mute and phase invert. Now there's one pleasant extra in the NEXIA, and that's the possibility to make presets. You can preset any function of NEXIA. When you're done making the presets in the NEXIA software, you can import these into DaVinci and make a graphic user interface as a standalone screen to trigger your presets. After everything is working to your likes, it's time to dive into the processing of your monitor system. To measure the speakers with REW, there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube. Behringer has a cheap but okay measure microphone. It's the ECM 8000. After measuring all the speakers individually, you have all the information to program the EQs in NEXIA. When that is done, sit back at your listening position and enjoy. As for the sound quality and reliability of the NEXIA, I'd say it's absolutely satisfying.